to play.
What's going on, junkies? Welcome back to Culture Junkies Live. I'm your host, Kenshiro. In the house with my friends, the great Adakuji. Simon Says, this guy, and Poppin' Pecs here. Is that your official name now, Poppin' Pecs?
Peck Poppin' son of a gun.
Peck Poppin' son of a gun.
It doesn't stop.
Mega Sean is over here, and sitting over at the producer's desk, sliding in the door, is the Dapper One GQ.
With that
Pasta Predator
Pasta
shirt.
Predator.
The Pasta
That must mean
Predator
you watched
shirt
it.
on.
Did you watch it?
Absolutely.
The
He got a little Ra's al Ghul on his side, too.
Yeah. You know, you gotta, the salt and pepper.
Wait,
You know,
go back to him right quick. You got to go back to him. Yeah, that's Ra's right there.
That's Ra's al
That's the head of the snake. That's the head of the snake right there.
I love it.
I would have
That's it right there.
I would have zero problems if there was Lazarus Pits in real life.
So wait. So are you saying if you was really Ra's al Ghul, would you have the man servers running around screaming infidel at everybody?
Hell yeah. I have several Ubus running around. You gotta be kidding me, man.
Infidel.
Exactly. Absolutely. Shoot. Playing lottery numbers and everything.
Yeah, that boy Bruce gave him them three strikes and it was over. It was over. Anyway, welcome back. We're glad to be here. Glad you could join us here on Culture Junkies Live. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So let's kind of hit the ground running. What do you guys want to start with first? We're going to talk about WWE games.
Well, let's go WWE.
Okay, so
the most recent. Right?
So the WWE. I mean, there's a couple of things really to talk about in WWE, right? So let's start with the biggest thing. We talked last week about the surprise release of R-Truth and how it seemed like they were scrubbing him from the internet and presence and all this other kind of stuff. Then in Money in the Bank this past weekend, who jumps in the ring and jacks up John Cena but R-Truth? And then on Monday Night Raw this past Monday, he goes and cuts his braids live on TV and drops R-Truth and says, "Hey, I'm Ron Killings. I am the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth," and basically walks out. So first thing I gotta say, was this an elaborate work, or was this, the shoot?
I don't know, man. I know a lot of people are saying it was for real that he was let go, and then everybody in the world who was a wrestling fan was demanding him to come back. And so they folded and said, you know what, we're going to do something with him. But he probably said, yeah, I'll come back if you don't treat me as some kind of like shucking and jiving, buffoon. A buffoon. And that's probably why he was like, I'm ending that stuff. I'm coming out here serious. I wouldn't be surprised they put that belt on him before the year's over. He may not hold it for a whole entire year, but they might put it on him.
Yep. TBG_Inferno just highlighted the message on the show. He says it's not a work. WWE was forced to correct their horrible mistake and listen to fan outcry. What do you say to that, Simon Says?
Yeah, because his son,
whose son?
Ron Killing's son, actually Twitter, or was it X or Twitter? No,
everybody calls it.
I'm gonna call it Twitter.
I'm gonna call it Twitter today. There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, but he blasted Triple H, saying that this wasn't a work. You literally fired him, and now you backtracking, trying to cover your ass. But yeah, because like basically the entire, it was like was it Raw? Either was it Raw or SmackDown? They were all chanting, "We want truth," and I want to say they tried to drown it out because but they do that too. Right out.
Oh yeah.
Do that. But no, they backtracked. They definitely did, and now they look stupid because it's like okay, now we gotta like launch him to like upper status, like give him like a run. Because like, be honest with you, a lot of people don't know he was in TNA Wrestling. He was actually Ron the Truth Killings, and he actually won the NWA Championship while he was there. He actually had a good title run down there. A lot of people don't know about that, but it was pretty. Yeah, they had him not being how he is in WWE. He was actually he was a serious wrestler. He cut good promos. He actually had good matches. When he came back, they made him like a comedy act or not. It was cool. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If you can break Brock Lesnar and make him break character, you got
you're doing
something.
You're doing something.
You're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like a bad thing what he was doing. I mean, because like he enjoyed what he was doing. He didn't complain about it. He actually made people laugh, and it was pretty cool. That's why a lot of the wrestlers in the back, a lot of the wrestlers weren't happy. They were like, I can't believe this. Even the Miz dropped him. He dropped his like his like Twitter page saying he's not with WWE. It's like that was like damn near right there because he was like really pissed off about that. So
So playing devil's advocate here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's everything lining up the way that it did. It seems very suspicious to say it wasn't a work, just because of how conveniently everything flipped back in WWE's favor by bringing him back in the quickness that they did do so, right? Because if I'm Ron Killings, right, I'd be like, F y'all, you screwed me over, I'll go over to the competition or whatever. Unless they came with, that I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse money, which we don't know if they did that or not. It's
hard to say.
It's hard to say. This to me feels like, because we know Levesque has been doing his job, right?
Yeah.
Been doing his job, right?
Yes.
So for him to pull this level of a coordinated kayfabe work seems like masterful, in my opinion. What do you say?
For sure. And last week I had touched on it, given the success that the WWE has had under Paul's control these last couple of years. It's only done well, so we'll wait to see.
Right.
And then who knew 2 days later we would have what we had. So I'm not as big into wrestling as you all are, but to me, I mean, one way or another, Paul made it work. Thus far,
he did.
Thus far,
he did. He did. GQ, what do you guys say?
I think one thing you have to remember with this is this is the probably second person we've seen this happen with. Daniel Bryan went through the same thing.
Sure did.
Daniel
Yeah,
Bryan
he sure did.
Kind of took over Raw one time because they wanted him as champ. Everybody in the crowd, all the fans, people in the back wanted him as champ, and they were like, "You keep screwing him over and screwing him over. We're just going to take over the show." So I think what you run into with this situation is they didn't want it to get to that Daniel Bryan level of, oh, damn, we messed up. So it's like, fix it quick. Because I don't think it was a work, only in the sense that he had a shirt that came out when he was on Saturday Night's Main Event. It was like Ron
Cena shirt,
like
yeah.
that. Highest selling shirt. It was hot. They pulled that. Why would you pull something that you're clearly making money on unless you really got rid of this guy, for a minute or whatever? And then the crowd was like, nah, man, bring him back. We want him back. And then they flipped it and he's heel now or whatever the situation. I think that's how they kind of fixed it. But I don't think it was a full work in the sense of, oh, yeah, we're just going to let him go and then bring him back, in a couple of days versus, yeah, we messed up.
Okay, so the counterpoint to that, I would say, is what if this is next level committing to the bit, right? If you're going to pull off this kind of a bit, we're going to release our truth and all this other kind of stuff. Because he had, correct me if I'm wrong, Simon says, he had come to Triple H and say, hey, man, I want to be a serious wrestler. If this is going to be my last go-round with WWE, let me do it on a serious tip. Give me a real storyline. And if Triple H says, okay, let's work this out. We'll put you up get you involved with this Cena storyline. Then we'll unceremoniously fire you. We'll pull all your merchandise off, right? To trigger fan outrage. And then we'll bring you back in a surprise a couple of days later at the pay-per-view.
I mean, they could have did a storyline with just straight up like you're fired on the show or something.
I mean, that screams Vince McMahon.
This guy,
I know exactly, but
this guy Paul Levesque is on ChatGPT. How do we get our truth to rise above the ashes? And
I like that.
And it just gave him the full script. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, okay, all right. Well,
it's hard to say. I mean, it's like, could it have been a work? Yeah. Could it not been a work? It's hard. I mean,
I seriously doubt it was a word.
But the T-shirt thing, that is because don't nobody like
have
messing
they
with
ever
the money.
gone that far with a work where
No.
they're pulling off merchandise?
no,
nobody like
absolutely
messing-
not.
Now you messing with the money.
Right, you messing with the money. But again,
Not a word.
if you won't commit to the bitch, you got to go all in.
Yeah.
Hence the chat GBT is like
Exactly.
Hey, it was like and pulled the shirts. And when Paul said, "Sell the shirts," yes.
Okay.
I mean, like,
Call
okay,
marketing.
but, like, let's be real, because when CM Punk got fired or let go or whatever, all his stuff came down. You could not, through WWE's site, get any of his stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
He was hot, just like Cena was hot
True.
as far as merch and all that.
True.
Now, granted, he truly left the company for
Yeah.
10 years or whatever it was.
Jeez.
But
oh, he walked out.
yeah, exactly. He walked out. That's what I'm saying. He didn't let his.
It was like right after the pipe bomb, right?
No.
no,
No?
it was a little bit after.
Oh, this
Was
was
it
like
after?
no, this was during the when the Shield and the White family were like hot.
Okay.
And
And
when
then,
they
like,
let
after-
the Rock come back.
Okay.
When
Yeah.
the Rock came back.
Oh, yeah, and when he walked right back in the door and was like right at the top again.
Yep.
Oh, and that
then-
pissed him off.
Yeah,
This is my fears.
Yeah.
He's the Rock.
It's The Rock. Yeah, right. It's like, who
No
gonna get
disrespect,
that?
but he's
Right.
the Rock. Come
It
on.
was like, yeah, I get that. All right, so the other half of the WWE discussion, we'll have to see what happens with Ron Truth.
Who?
Ron
said-
Truth.
Ron, excuse me.
Ron Killing.
Okay.
He's going to go on a
Ron
killing
Killing
spree.
spree.
I didn't make
Yes,
that up.
there- you're
I
right.
give that to Preem, but he's going to go on a killing spree.
I can see that.
there
We
you
got to
go.
get that T-shirt money back
Yeah,
now.
there you go. Right. So the other half of this is the colossal appearance on the world stage of Lucha Libre, the Mexican organization AAA, which was recently just bought by TKO, and was fully integrated into the WWE with was this a pay-per-view that they did?
No, it was on.
It was just a special event. Was
yeah,
this
special event on YouTube.
it was YouTube exclusive?
Yeah, it was Worlds Collide.
Okay, Worlds Collide. It was WWE cross AAA.
Yep.
Where AAA superstars were matching up with WWE superstars in
Yep.
a crossover match.
Yep.
And supposedly it went to Amazing Effect, MC'd
Oh, yeah.
essentially by the legend Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah, Lilian Garcia was there.
And she was. She did the national anthem. I mean,
Yeah, she was
I didn't
all.
miss that.
She was all up in there with the whole announcement in Spanish. It was cool.
yeah.
I definitely watched some of it.
Yeah, I did too. And especially the guy who supposedly has broken out all over the place, Mr. Iguana.
That
Him and that
was the
damn
match.
that.
That was a match that I saw, and I was like, "Man, this dude is freaking
mean,
crazy." Is it going to be like the sock with the
Mr. Sacco?
Yeah, that's kinda
Oh
what
yeah,
it
they
felt
saw
like.
they saw dollar signs with that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of that. The iguana
being
plushie
sold?
dolls,
Yeah,
yes.
oh yeah,
It's a
T-shirt.
little bit like Santino's Cobra.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was an interesting match that he was in too. Was it the 3-on-3? Because I had
Yeah.
never heard of. You had Pentagon Jr. Not Pentagon,
No.
excuse me, that's Pentas. Octagon,
Octagon
Jr.
Jr.
And I was like, why does he look like Penta? And then I
No.
found out why. I understand why he is like now, but at the time when I was watching, and they were doing some crazy ass moves. I was
Yeah, they
like,
were doing some really good
Yeah.
stuff. They put on a
High-flying
great
stuff.
show.
Yeah,
Put on a great
100%.
show.
Aerostar Jr. Aerostar because he was on Lucha Underground. I like that dude. Pretty cool. Then they had, funny enough, they Lindsay Dorado was there, and he was recently with WWE, part of that Lucha Party, which was kind of funny. And yeah, man, that was a nice match. I like that.
So, what do we expect from the future of? Because I think I asked Preem this a couple of days ago. What do we expect from the future of the relationship between AAA and WWE? Are they literally just gonna pluck a few pieces of talent, integrate it into the main roster, and AAA will still gets to operate on its own? Has there been any news or word about how that whole thing is going to work?
I haven't heard anything, but I do know the two stars I'm pretty sure they're gonna want is Mr. Iguana and Vikingo. That dude is awesome.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Kingo.
Yeah, if you seen that him in that Chad Gable match, it was like the first like I would say a couple minutes of the match. Mat wrestling. They were like chain wrestling. I was like, yes, I've been waiting for this.
You're right.
But,
Okay.
it's like and then like it started breaking down and he just started. He did like a which was dope because I seen him do it before. He did like a top rope 630 off the top rope onto Chad Gable. That was dope. And then finisher was a 630, which was basically a full rotating 360, but rotation. But it was dope though.
Yeah. So if Inferno had just said, I wouldn't be surprised to see Dom have a match for the title at Triple Mania. Now, is that different than WrestleMania? Like, what is Triple Mania?
That's like that sounds like that WrestleMania. But Dom,
that's Triple A's WrestleMania? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But Dom's supposed to be having he put his Intercontinental title up against Octagon Jr. Coming up at Clash of Champions, so that's gonna be interesting to see. Now I don't know if they're gonna do it, but AAA, their ring is 6-sided, so I don't know if they're gonna.
Yeah, I see now.
I don't know if they're gonna do that or not, but Marcus. He
6'4".
Yeah, Vikingo versus Kenny Omega. That was a great match. That was a dope match.
That was the one that I think had made the rounds that everybody was talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
That was.
All right. So Mr. Iguana, the breakout star.
Yeah.
Rumors are that they've already signed him to a full WWE contract and are bringing him over.
I would not be surprised because like that's his he had basically his look and like you said his personality and of course the doll he has. I mean, this dude, just
the
come
damn
on.
Iguana.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. They literally just saw. They was like, money.
Yeah. Especially with that iguana, he's beating the shit out of him. First, they took it and started beating it up, and
that was hilarious. That was funny.
I have to say, the funniest thing I saw in the event was when he let the iguana basically pin his opponent.
Yeah,
I was like, dog, are you kidding me?
It was like, man, that's even gonna count,
right?
If he counted 3, that'd be funny.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that is one thing that everybody has to be in on the gimmick.
Yes,
it does not work if everybody's not in on the gimmick.
Oh hell no!
And clearly, obviously everybody involved in the match was definitely into it. That Chad Gable match, that main event though, was amazing. Like that was some solid wrestling all the way through, and then some of the moves that they did. But for WWE to put a pay-per-view basically on YouTube,
that was surprising.
It was on the same day as Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
because Dom made his challenge to the I think it was Octagon.
Yeah, it was Octagon
Money in the
Jr.
Bank later that night because they had 2 pay-per-views in one day. So, I mean that was a first for sure. So like you said, Paul is doing his thing. Is he's doing way more branching out than Vince ever would have done.
Oh hell yeah!
So.
Well, I mean, Vince was always, too conservative for his own good. I think he would literally just buy promotions, take the best of the talent, and then pretty much destroy the promotion. At least Paul, this in this regard, he is probably going to let AAA live, just like he's let NXT thrive.
Now he didn't. Now NXT UK kind of like went down the wayside because that was kind of like it had its moments. Under the sun, because some of the UK wrestlers they're pretty good. I mean, especially like the British Strong Style. That was one that I was kind of like disappointed. They could have kept it going, but I mean, who knows what happened with that? But
right. Yeah,
that was like one of those things. Like, damn, that was like potential loss. There were some great wrestlers.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to see what happens next with WWE and Mr. Iguana. I assume you haven't seen. This is all gibberish to you. It just kind of went right over your head. You don't even know what we're talking about, Mr. Iguana and all this.
Not at all.
No. Okay.
I have something, but it's not for these airwaves that I would say. But that's fine. No iguana for me. So no.
Okay.
There is one time. No.
Yeah, don't No. We can leave that alone. All right, let's pivot.
Last comment, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
According to Mr. Iguana himself, this is through Preem. He's saying WWE wants him directly on the main roster, not even doing the developmental path through NXT, just right to the main roster. So I think, like you guys are saying, they're seeing that merch money and a lot of potential with him. He's already got the crowd.
Oh yeah.
He really doesn't need to join NXT. I mean, he's like veteran, so why would he need to go and develop?
Why'd they do that to Samoa Joe? Wouldn't he have been considered a veteran? When he came over, they put him in NXT.
There's a perception. They needed somebody. They needed a star in NXT. They did Shinsuke and they did Finn Balor. They just needed stars down there to prop up the promotion. Yeah, promotion. Okay. That's why he was down.
I got you.
Because Joe definitely would have went over to the main roster. But again, they needed eyeballs on NXT. So
is that the guy from Twisted Metal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's back.
Not even just the eyeballs though. It gives all those young cats a chance to learn from somebody that's been out there doing it.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you got a whole bunch of rookies working with rookies. If you got a veteran that knows the road, knows how to, work the crowd, knows all of that, that's invaluable.
For sure.
So having him down there for a couple of months or whatever it was for his length of time that he was down there, helps everybody. It brings all of that talent up because you got somebody that's been out there doing it for real. He's not learning, he's teaching, and and like I said, bringing eyeballs to the show too.
Okay,
that's good.
All right, so pivoting to some other news before we hit the games, right? So we know we talked before about Superman and Fantastic Four and how those are pretty much basically going to be the movies of the summer. Fantastic Four tickets went on sale and broke all kind of websites and sales records and stuff like that. Superman went on sale for a premiere screening via Amazon Prime yesterday. I got my tickets. I sent it to all y'all. You didn't buy them, but I got tickets for all of us so we can go. But the regular tickets went on sale today and already has broken Fandango's sales record for 2025. They said it's the biggest thing going. The biggest thing smoking right now, and even got a brand new trailer. No, we're not going to react to that today. I think we're done with the trailers. Yeah. I watched it. I may have to amend my total. Exactly. I may have to amend my total.
Because now that you realize what failure looks like, that movie's not going to fail.
Do you remember what I said the number was?
Million
I said 500 million. I'm ready to go up to 7. I'm ready to go up to 7.
Have the courage of your Kal-El convictions.
I cannot
go 850.
No. Okay, I do 850. Okay, I can do 850 because at least 850 would be.
Why not 900?
It would be one.
$1 billion. $1 billion.
What did Man of Steel do?
Man of Steel. Actually, let's look that up.
While you're looking that up, did you see the promotion where they were having the tug of war with the dog?
I did.
That's when I knew that it was gonna do what I said, because they're using the dog. Anytime you got a dog for promotion, tickets are gonna go through the roof.
Oh my god!
Was a Man of Steel like 850 or something like that?
Man of Steel on a budget of $225 million did. The box office was $670 million.
Oh yeah, this is
this is gonna blow that out the water.
That sounds scarily low.
It does.
It was scarily low.
Yeah.
No, the only reason I say that is because obviously we had Superman Returns and that was it was what it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Getting shot in the eyeball and all that other stuff. And again, it was fun. Brandon Routh did his thing.
He did.
Whatever.
He tried anyway.
And then he who not be named as Lex Luthor did all right. But they had no Superman for a while. Man of Steel should have been $1 billion, in my opinion.
I agree,
because you hadn't had Superman.
And the visuals of that movie.
Right. So let's see what happens with this one.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I was gonna say. So what is crazy is when we were going back and forth talking about box office numbers, and they were losing. Preem tried to roll out the compare them to DC movies, and when I looked up the DC movies, they are low.
They are.
But I'm saying even the ones we thought would have done 800, 900 million, they were low.
You know what I love about this discussion? Because this man was not here last week. Now we can get him on record too. So
failure. He's going to say it. He's a man about the money.
That is not what I was going to talk about. I'm going to ask him, Fantastic Four or Superman, who's going to do better and why?
Who's going to do better?
Box office wise.
Box office wise.
Okay,
yes.
Man of Steel, I think, is going to. I'm not Man of Steel. Man of Steel. Again, it's Superman.
I got you. No, I got you.
Superman is going to do the numbers only because this is another reboot or a jumping off point for DC. This represents a whole new DC. So a lot of people are going to be more interested in seeing what are the changes. For Fantastic Four, yes, this is finally Marvel actually doing a Fantastic Four movie, not Fox, not anybody else. But it's still another MCU movie. We're already in the MCU. This is just a chance to maybe do something, a property that we've seen fail 3 different times.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
So it's like Superman is one of those things, like we've said it a million times. Everybody knows his origin. You are born knowing Superman's origin.
For sure.
You're born knowing that music too.
Right. If you've never picked up a comic book, watched the movie, you know Superman's origin story.
Yes, sir.
So I think this being the start of a new DC, I think Superman's going to take it. I'm just being straight up. Between the two, box office wise, I think Superman gets it.
Ballpark?
It's not going to hit $1 billion. I'm just going to say that right off.
I said 850 for you.
Yeah, I don't
I'm not a Superman person like that.
You was the one that said, is it going to hit $1 billion? And I said, probably not. Neither one. Probably not. And you was like, a Superman movie get hit a bill? I said,
That's because
yes.
you like Superman. I didn't know that.
I'm realistic, at least. At least I know that Superman ain't gonna hit a bill, but it's gonna be really good. I think it'll be the best movie.
But
of
who
summer.
knows? They need
We'll
to.
see. Yeah, no, they do. They definitely need this jumping off point.
They need a dub.
They need a dub in the worst way.
Exactly.
They need a dub in the worst way. And I think Superman's gonna hit. All
Yeah, I
right.
do too.
No, go ahead.
I have a question in regards to the movie. 'Cause I know you've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
Do you take issue? Matter of fact, forget about you. Do you take issue with this Guy Gardner situation and not seeing the image project out of the ring and it just kind of manifesting out of nowhere? Because some people on the internet have issues without seeing it being projected out of the ring.
I mean,
And you are a guy.
was
Who's
a
your
Green
favorite?
Lantern fan.
Who's your favorite Lantern?
Hal Jordan.
Who's your favorite Lantern?
Guy Gardner, man.
Right.
So, because for me,
But you don't have any issues though.
no, I don't have issues with it. I mean, like I said, it's one of those things where, I mean, sometimes
Uh-oh.
we can
I
never.
think you do
we-
have an issue. You haven't. Go ahead. Air your grievance.
This is time to air your
Air
grievances.
your grievance.
Go ahead and do it, man.
You want it to be projected
do you
out
need
of the
30
ring.
seconds? You need 30 seconds on the clock?
Throw it
There
up.
we
Yo, I
go.
mean, he's-
There we go. I got him.
Throw it up. Throw it up. We
Go.
have never gotten a decent Green Lantern like in adaptation, and so far, hopefully, Guy Gardner will make it to the point where it's going to be dope. I'm actually looking forward to the Green Lantern TV series that's coming out with was it Aaron Pierre?
Yeah,
Light skin.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care about that. I mean, hell, light skin right here, man. But yeah, it's got my boy right here too.
Hey.
Come on, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes brighter than day. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, his time is up.
No,
His time is up.
but still, yeah.
But you don't have an issue.
No,
with,
no.
with
I
the
don't-
ring manifestations.
No,
or
no,
anything?
that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine with it. That's fine with me.
Okay. All right, cool.
I mean, for me, we've only seen one shot of it, right?
I didn't look at it.
Well, no, there's
No,
been.
it was
I didn't see it.
it was in one of the trailers. Like,
Yeah,
he
I
just
forgot
kind
it.
of moved his hand
Well,
over and like
and then
whatever
today,
it was.
today also the trailer
Oh,
from
was the new
today.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
good.
new
I
one
ain't
from
watching
today.
it.
Now, again, y'all don't have to watch it. I watched it. There's gonna be a lot of really good things. I think y'all gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. It looks like it's gonna be great.
8:55.
Yeah.
Okay, 8:55.
Oh,
Okay.
you keep creeping up on me, man. He gonna get me to $1 billion before you know it. Watch.
He gonna try to sneak that bitch
He
in.
gonna try to
He gonna
sneak that
he gonna try to sneak that shit in,
He's
dog.
like, "Dude, 900 million?" I was like, and I'll be like,
No,
yeah.
he gonna go low and then
Right, you gonna keep on going.
No, what's gonna happen is
You got
he gonna-
9? You got 950?
No.
You got $1 million?
Here's what happened. He gonna go 250, and then he gonna do that Bugs Bunny Daffy Duck shit on you.
Oh yeah, duck season, rabbit season. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
hold on. One thing Marcus 864 did ask is he said, "Do you think Superman will hit Endgame?"
Hell no.
Hell no.
Ain't been no build up to get them
Hell
numbers.
no.
Yeah, no.
That part.
Like the build up for
There is
Endgame
no
was-
build up.
Right.
But-
what movie in life has had that type of build up?
Over 10 years with a fantastic Avengers movie coming right before it.
I don't think
I mean,
any-
Captain Marvel in between. We'll forget that.
Yeah.
But it was Endgame. Everybody.
Because even Black Panther, there was the buildup
Yes.
of 10 years of movies prior.
and then seeing them in Civil War was that kickoff point. You was just
So
like,
yeah,
woo.
that's
yeah.
And then Star Wars, but that was 30 years of movies.
Yeah. For when Force Awakens came
it-
out. Oh yeah.
No, and even that for like the prequels. Because if you think about
Oh yeah.
it, but those didn't hit Endgame numbers.
How long had it been since the last Star Wars movie when the first prequel came out? It was like 15, 16 years?
16.
16 years? Yeah. That's a long time, man.
Yeah, because Return of the Jedi was 83,
Uh-huh.
99.
Yeah, 99 for Phantom Menace. Yeah.
So we would have to go Avatar, Titanic.
Those made the numbers, and I don't even know.
But wait,
I think two things: either James Cameron is manipulating stuff, or he didn't sacrifice like a little kitty to
No,
like
he-
the
yeah.
movie gods or
Well,
something.
he did-
because
he did
What the
sell-
hell is this guy? What is he
Exactly.
doing to freaking make? Not saying those movies aren't good,
for sure.
but to make numbers like that, people would have to go see these movies like 5-10
Yeah.
times.
He just makes good
Because-
movies.
nah, dude.
He just makes good
No,
movies.
no, man.
I'm not buying that.
I agree with you, dude. Because like we had, how long we waited for
Wait,
the second Avatar?
Let me finish. First Avatar, Barbie. I mean, I don't want to count The
$1 billion?
Lion King because Disney has been
You're talking
making
about that year
movies.
they came out?
No, Barbie.
Just
made,
all
no,
time.
This is
Barbie.
an all-time
No,
numbers.
Barbie. Yeah,
Barbie's number 2 of all time.
No. I'm just saying $1 billion.
Bro,
It's in the top 10. though.
Jurassic World can't be named because it came. There's movies that predated it. But yeah, so Titanic, Avatar, and Barbie. As far as the $1 billion movies that didn't have, like
Any
builder
builder.
before.
But no,
Gotcha.
Avatar did. You talking about the first?
No,
one?
the
very
first,
first
the
one.
first,
Okay,
the
I'm about to
first
say.
Avatar.
The first
did
one
$1
had the
billion.
benefit of being the novelty of being the first, like,
But it was also
big-time
that
3D
3D,
movie.
and it was the
Right.
best.
That was
looking
insane.
3D.
It was insane.
when
Seeing
it
it in
came out.
3D? Yo,
Yeah,
that was crazy.
insane.
That was something else.
I think one of the things you got to remember with those 2 Cameron movies,
Yeah.
to your point about 3D, it was the best showcase of 3D in theater
Ever.
Still.
Ever.
And that was also when people were very willing to go to the theater multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Experience that
It was-
3D
'cause it was an experience.
and pay that premium on them 3D tickets. So
yeah.
that and he
Yeah.
cheated by re-releasing it.
He
3
sure
times.
did.
That's
He
cheating.
sure
So
did.
he's a cheater.
He re-released it after Endgame.
Yeah,
after
he
Infinity War,
did, just so he
Endgame
could take his top spot
Right.
back.
So,
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you be
that's
Titanic then.
cheating. That was one.
Let me
cheating.
ask you a question.
Hold on, real quick. Titanic was a date movie.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a
Titanic
date
was
movie.
a big time
guess
date
so.
movie.
Yeah.
So that's why you got a whole bunch of crazy numbers on that movie.
When Avatar was re-released, did any of you guys go see it?
No, I'd already seen it
Do
once.
you know anybody that went to go see it?
No.
He cheating.
No one's doubting that, man.
Hey, no.
No one's doubting
And
that
then,
at all.
and then
Reed
Top
was trying
Gun
to say
Maverick
Barbie
did
had
it,
lead
but
up
it had
because
the
of
first Top Gun. You
Yeah.
said what?
Shows and movies.
Okay. Barbie had lead up from it being an ultra popular toy product for the last 70 years.
Yeah.
So
So
that part I get.
Yeah.
I get that part because every little girl for the last 3 generations have been waiting for a Barbie movie, and they got it. So
So yeah, it's
I still haven't watched it. Everybody.
I watched it.
It was
It's a good
good.
movie. It's
It
a
was
good
good.
movie. I waited till streaming.
it's
I wasn't
not a
going to
lot.
the theater for that.
Frozen 2, Inside Out 2, The Avengers, Lion King, Jurassic World, but all of these are sequels or part of a trilogy or a saga. But yeah, Avatar and Barbie and Titanic. Wow.
What about Oppenheimer? Didn't Oppenheimer do crazy numbers?
Yes,
too?
it did. Yes, it did.
For
Because it was
whatever reason.
part of the Barbenheimer phenomenon. It was Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Well, clearly Barbie got the best of it because it's not on this list.
Preem says Sean is good enough.
It is. I mean, Oppenheimer is a little bit depressing too. I mean,
What?
come on, Oppenheimer is a little depressing.
It was
too.
Yeah.
kind of depressing. Yeah, it was kind of depressing. I was going to say now, if the question was which one was more likely to make $1 billion versus Fantastic Four and Superman, I definitely would have picked Superman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was the
the
question,
movie
but-
looks great though.
It does look great. It does look great. Can't wait for it to come out. All right.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, 100%. So guys, let's pivot.
Oh, real quick though.
No,
It's
yeah.
not what
is
you
that?
think it is,
Niza?
Marcus, at
Did
all.
you watch that movie? It's like a Netflix animated movie. That movie made almost $2 billion. Niza, I know I'm saying it wrong.
Neza?
Sure, Neza 2, directed by Yang Yu. Anyway, but this.
That made $1 billion.
I've never even heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
My
at all.
son watched it, and yeah, that movie. I believe
How'd
it
that
is
make
the.
$1 billion? It definitely wasn't $1 billion over here.
Actually, I believe when I saw the information, it is the biggest animated movie ever.
But did it?
Okay, I'm gonna see that.
Hold on, $2 billion and nobody's heard
Well,
of
no,
it.
Nobody's heard of it.
one. I'm sorry.
Well,
One,
if it's Chinese,
it is.
It was
Billions
released in
of people
China.
heard
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. If it was released in China, that's different.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm not discounting that. I'm saying in the sense of we are.
Yeah, see, that's-
deep
I don't know
into
how to pronounce
watching
it.
animation.
Yeah.
and
Nizai.
I've never
Yeah.
heard
Yeah.
of that. So,
Now
I
the
mean,
first one was cool,
Yeah.
but then my son watched the second one.
Niza Reborn.
Marcus A64 says my male pride won't allow me to watch Barbie. Hey man, suck it up.
It is not
Suck it
what
up,
you
man.
think it is.
It is not what you think
at
it is.
all. A lot of people think
Suck it
it
up.
is. It is
Suck it up. It's
definitely
good.
not what you think it is.
It's good. You saw it too, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
It was good. See, this man, Mr. Poppin' Pecs himself, saw Barbie.
Is it Poppin'
he-
Pecs or
is he
Poppin'
less
Pecs?
of a man than you are?
As they say, I'm so secure in my masculinity.
There you go.
I can.
On that note, let's pivot to let's talk about some games. So we got about 30 minutes left. Summer Games Fest was this past weekend. We had an Xbox showcase. We had Summer Game Fest. We had some Nintendo stuff. We had the Sony State of Play right before that. We covered that last week. But let's talk about Summer Game Fest and all the numerous games that came out that were super interesting. Throw it all to you guys out there and everybody else out there in the chat. Let us know which games that you for sure thought were interesting. I'm not even going to talk. Simon says, "What was your favorite games that you saw this weekend?" that caught your interest?
And it's like a list I got.
I know. I mean, even if you can't remember all, just give us some. Just throw out some.
Onimusha.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That only. I wonder. Is it supposed to be like a what do they call it? Souls like?
Yeah, looks like it. Cause like, the one thing that caught me off guard was at the end there was another Onimusha. I was like, what the? There's like 2 now.
Yeah.
What the hell? So then that you got in 4. We did see that funny thing with Kenny Omega with Street Fighter.
Yeah, with Street Fighter.
Yeah, with Street Fighter.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So supposedly we're getting Sagat,
Ingrid, Crimson Viper.
There's a lot of people that were kind of like pissed or like talking shit about that Ingrid shit.
Of course, because they dressed him up in drag.
No. I'm not talking about that. Just the character.
Oh well. Yeah, because Ingrid was made for that Capcom fighting, fighting whatever. Which
Fighting Evolution.
Yeah. That game. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that was controversy in that. See Viper. I was hoping like maybe like Dudley or something like that. Oh.
Yeah.
Where is Sean?
You really want Sean back?
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Sean right here.
Hello, I am.
Come on, man.
You know exactly what I mean.
I know.
Yeah.
Is that how you move? Shoot the basketball?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Tornado.
Yeah, of course, Resident Evil 9.
Resident Evil 9. Okay.
Yeah, Resident Evil 9 looks like a window.
Interesting enough, I was like, kind of like, Xbox is doing the handheld now. What's up?
Man.
Oh, the ASUS ROG Ally, the Ally X. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
$800.
What?
I think
That's supposedly the
the
rumor.
price.
No, they haven't
$800.
It needs to be like competitive price. If it's $800, there
$800.
will be people who buy it.
Oh yeah.
But why get that when you can get like a regular
computer?
ROG?
Or get a computer.
Oh yeah.
Or Steam Deck.
Forget about it all.
Forget about all of it.
Gears of War Reloaded.
Hey,
That is
There you
the
go.
game.
PlayStation
The
5.
reason.
Yo.
Forget about PlayStation 5.
No.
That is the reason. Even Cliff Belinsky said it himself when he was talking to a troll yesterday on the internet. If it wasn't for me and my team, Xbox wouldn't be what it is. And god damn it, that Gears of War, I cannot
He's right.
wait.
He's right.
Oh, Marcus
Going
Phoenix.
back.
Yo,
he says we're going
essentially,
way
wait.
back.
So this is a remake of the first Gears of War, correct? Right?
And
Not a remake, it's a remaster.
It's correct.
Remaster. So, but here's what I love about it, right?
60 frames.
60 frames a second.
120.
120. No.
He said,
What got me is cross-platform co-op. Oh, yo, when I got that, so now that means he can be sitting comfortably on his Xbox. I can be sitting on my PS5.
And
or
you'll
on
get
my PC.
blasted
No.
through your PC.
No. We gonna be rolling through, mowing down.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You know how it is. We gonna play horde mode.
To be careful. Horde mode. Okay.
We gonna play horde mode just like the old days.
I thought you meant
I might come out of
multiplayer. I thought you meant multiplayer.
He said he might
Horde
come out
mode
of
is
retirement.
shit, man.
Horde mode is the awesome shit.
Gears of War got put in
No, yeah,
retirement.
it was like, was it me, you, and
Saverio
Waffles?
and we were playing on that game. Listen, to the people.
Go to people.
14 of the greatest hours of my life.
Horde mode.
14.
We were playing horde mode until we beat it on the hardest difficulty. We might have had some snacks. We might have used the restroom. I don't remember.
Can't remember. It was all a blur.
It was almost
I
20
it was
years
all
ago.
Yeah, it was like, man, hey man, I gotta go.
I remember playing horde mode with you.
Yeah, one more round.
What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, man.
And
Hey,
now
man.
it is.
So are you basically saying that that's going to be a future Culture Junkies game stream coming up?
Yeah, sure.
Like I said, Gears of War was one of the games that I'm not a big fan of first-person shooters, mind you. It's not a first-person shooter, and that's what drawn me to it because it's a third-person shooter. And I felt like it just worked. It was great hitting that reload when you get that trigger. When you hit that reload.
chainsaw gun running on
I'm just talking about the reload.
Yeah, we're talking about
When you get that reload, when you hit that, you get that
reload perfect.
and you
baby.
you didn't look at it. You just
muscle memory.
them shotgun. The running gun.
with the Nashers.
That two-piece.
Listen, me and R2, Zach 2.
Oh man, good old
When
Zach.
I tell you I was raining pestilence online and them people in Gears of War. But for a quick quiz, the man that made that Mad World Gears of War trailer, Mad.
Yeah.
Who is he now? What is he directed now?
I have to remember his name. I don't know.
Top Gun.
Oh, really?
Maverick 2.
Okay.
Well, Top Gun 2 Maverick and
the upcoming
F1.
F1. Yes.
So,
which is going to be a fantastic movie, by the
So
way.
for you out there,
GQ.
ladies and gentlemen, 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, God damn it, keep chasing your dream.
That's right.
Because one day you'll be making Gears of War's trailers. The next day you're making $1 billion movies.
That's right. That's right.
But
Give
that
it to him.
put it on the map.
When does that drop?
F1?
Every
in a
Gears
few
of War.
weeks.
I'm talking about Gears of War.
Easy with the F1 disrespect. You easy with the F1 disrespect.
I'll
I
see
believe.
F1 eventually, but
He said eventually.
It's
This
not-
guy.
Damn it.
Bro,
I
I've seen trailers for F1.
It's going to be great.
And that's fine.
If listen,
That's fine.
listen, I'm gonna tell you right fucking now. If you say Days of Thunder one more time, I'm coming over the monitors. I am coming over the monitors.
I love it. He's gonna be like the next judge.
Don't you do it.
It's no Days of Thunder.
Don't you say no? I don't want to hear Talladega Nights. I don't want to hear what was
Ricky
the-
Bobby?
Ricky Bobby. No. What was the? I don't want to hear Speed Racer. You will put some respect on F1.
I love it. That's great.
That's freaking hilarious.
That's great.
But to answer your question,
Gran Turismo.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Gran Turismo was awesome.
But the beta, there's a beta this weekend.
Yeah.
There's a beta next weekend. And if you have the Game Pass or the PC Game Pass, then you have the beta. If not, figure it out.
So wait. Is it,
and then August 25th and 26th, the actual game.
So
Yes.
when is you said the beta is when?
This weekend and next weekend.
So is that Xbox only or is that extended PS5 too?
That's a great question. But maybe it'll leave you knuckle draggers on your PlayStation back where you belong, and you deal with it in
I
August.
just get it on my PC.
There you go. It'll play better anyway.
That's right.
120 and 60.
120 and 60 frames.
So the question goes to Dido then. Is this going to be one that breaks your normal streak of when you buy games?
Well,
day one?
maybe. But here's the thing that is crossing my mind that I don't quite get. This is the second time they remastered that game, right? So it's not like, because I have the original.
For sure.
I have the remaster that they came out
For
with
sure.
for the series
X?
or whatever, and they're doing it again. Or am I gonna be able to take my remaster, pop it in there, pay $2 or whatever, and get my
If you have the remaster, so the one you might have,
Yeah.
then you're good.
oh
If,
really?
yeah, if that's the one, yeah. If you bought, if you bought the latest,
Just because,
whatever, yeah.
just because, and I probably keep it in cellophane. I want to get it on PlayStation 5, just because. I said it. I may not even play it on.
Because I just gotta have it. I gotta have it.
But it may not. I might even buy it used years from now.
Okay.
But I just want to have
That's
it just
fair.
to put it in
Because it was 2K, 2K games, and it was that Gears of War. Because if not, I don't know what Xbox would have did. But I mean, they know, they had Master Chief, but
Kinda,
it
yeah.
wasn't.
So is that your one game? The one game that caught your attention? Any other games?
I didn't know. I didn't watch.
But as soon as you heard that, you was like, "Oh, man, I'm about it."
I already knew.
He felt it in the ether.
But The Witcher, I know that's
The Witcher
coming.
4. Yeah,
I
that's
know
right.
The Witcher's coming, and then like, unlike him, I'm trying to play the games that I have.
I want to play my game.
Which
what am
might
I
be-
doing? I'm napping. I'm working. I'm napping. I'm going to sleep. Trying to.
That's the same
play
thing.
I played the fucking game.
It's the same
I was
thing.
playing a game today, and I said, "Oh God, I'm getting tired." So I turned it off. Like, oh man, got in my snuggie.
No man.
I was
got
in
a
my
snuggie?
I got a snuggie. And I'm in a snuggie like.
Oh man, you shouldn't have put.
and this
that
is
out there.
before this show. I was playing a game on the Switch too, but
It was.
and then I fell asleep.
You got too much access, man.
My gosh darn self be falling asleep. I gotta figure out some kind of schedule, or as the British say, a schedule, because I have too many. I have to play Monday. Got to play a game, different game. Tuesday, different game. Wednesday, I can't play no games.
And it always comes back to Isaac.
Well, Isaac is a great game, man. It is a desert island game. If you only had one, you would never get bored. Gears of War, you could memorize all those maps. You could play the living snap out of it, no hands, whatever everything is. If you're playing single player, I'm just minding single player.
Okay.
You know when the grubs or whatever are come popping out of the ground, you know exactly when.
Right,
if you
when
play
they toss
that.
the grenade.
Yeah.
That's not happening in Isaac, because every time you play, it's different. Every single time, it's different. Desert Island game, 100%. Anyway, back to talking about the new games.
Well, briefly, just because y'all had mentioned Street Fighter,
Token?
his favorite person, I believe, is now
Oh,
a playable character
Yeah.
Monster Hunter.
in Monster Hunter.
Hunter.
And he
Right.
out there
Yep.
throwing the hands.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Cool
saw
was in
about
there.
that.
I remember years ago, I asked him about that, man. He told me that he is a way of life. And I said, oh, okay. All right, I understand now.
I told this man's cousin over there the same thing. It's like,
Yeah, you did.
It's a character that is not, he's not a character. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I don't
And
know.
we were
I've never
children.
played Monster Hunters. I don't know.
That man said he is a
No,
way of
yeah,
life.
it's funny though. You can actually do the shuttle moves in there with the character, so that was pretty cool. But I highly doubt you can do the Demon Rage.
I mean,
That would be cool.
I
That would be dope. That would
It's
be
Yeah,
dope.
I
probably
didn't
in
watch the
there.
trailer, though,
I
but,
think he has to be in there.
Man, listen. You don't put Akuma in the game and you don't give him the hell murder, man. I'm sorry. That just doesn't. That just doesn't.
What move is that?
Is when he grab you and the screen go black.
I do think that is in there.
That's what I'm
Raging
saying.
I think it is in
demon.
there. I think it is in
You
the
can't
game.
put Akuma in the game and not give him the hell murder. I'm
I
sorry.
think it is in
You
there.
gotta
That just doesn't.
I mean,
doesn't
that
work.
raging
Akuma's
demon.
the reason we have X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, a way of life.
It just carried on after that.
Yeah, I mean, just like, come on. Anyway, so other games, couple of things that caught my what.
I'm just waiting till you turn that page so we can talk about more games.
So the other thing, so did you guys see the trailer by the creators of Pokemon, Game Freak? Created this game called Beast of Reincarnation.
Didn't see that one.
It looks amazing. Like, it is not Pokemon nothing. This looks like
Paul World,
the
yeah.
closest thing I can draw a comparison to. It looks like Black Myth Wukong.
Wow.
But this is coming from the creators of Pokemon.
Good.
It looks
What is it going to be
amazing.
on? It's going to be on Switch?
It's going to be an
Switch too?
Xbox. No, it's going to be an
It's gonna be
Xbox. Xbox.
And the
PC.
makers of Pokemon are making that? I thought
Yeah.
Nintendo owned their ass.
Xbox.
Guess not.
PC. They didn't say PS5, but I would assume it probably might be. They made no mention of the Switch, but I'd be shocked if it wasn't on the Switch somehow, some way. But that caught my eye.
So Nintendo can sue. Like they did Power World.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Power World.
I was looking at that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, how can they not?
Right.
Or try?
So that caught my eye. Beast of Reincarnation. This Ryuga Gotoku game.
Oh, yeah.
what was
Die.
the
It was a Stranger Than Heaven or something like
Stranger
that.
Than Heaven. Yeah.
And that
thing looks amazing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be fighting on not getting that day one because that looks like a day one. But Preem put up there a while ago that felt unboxing. That game
Yes.
is all
Felt that
in
boxing.
game. It looks like Sesame Street boxing, and it's
It
all
does.
in game footage.
It absolutely
You look at
does.
this, you think you're looking at the Muppets on Sesame Street,
and they just boxing
Oh,
like
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to see
yeah.
that.
You haven't seen the trailer for this?
No, I mean, yo, I heard about it and I was like,
you
damn it.
gotta look at it. It's
It's so good.
It's like,
look,
wow.
Look, you ain't got nowhere to go, do you?
Oh.
So after
We'll
the show,
look at it
we're gonna
after.
Cause like that, I freaking Maximilian said about it. I was like, shit, I gotta look at this.
Yeah.
And then like
it's great.
the old man and me fell asleep. I was like, woke up. I
The
was like,
old man and me fell asleep. Oh, that's
Sorry.
a damn
and I was like,
shame.
damn it. I knew. I was like, fuck, I've got.
What's that other fighting game that came? Not Tokun. It was another fighting game that people were
Oh,
getting
Invincible.
excited.
Invincible
Yeah,
versus.
Invincible. Yeah.
No, I thought this was going to be like our version of getting a actual Superman like action game. I was looking at it, I was like, it's a fucking fighting game.
Yeah, it's a fighting game, and when I was looking at it playing, it reminded me of a super bloody Injustice. Like literally the superhero moves, but you're able you're seeing blood and guts and all this other kind of stuff just thrown out. The juggle system and everything about it screamed Injustice to me.
Another realm, yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on,
but
why,
It's
why
not
is
another
everybody
one, though.
refusing to say that this looks like Dragon Ball Fighters?
because it doesn't look like Dragon Ball Fighters to me.
Tokun is made by the people of Dragon Ball Fighters. This one, if I remember correctly, because somebody on the internet was saying who the team is actually making it. Damn it! Don't lose it.
Got it right on.
Don't lose it.
It's right there.
Marvel Ultimate. No. What was that one
Marvel
called?
vs. Capcom?
The last one, the
Infinite.
shitty one, Infinite.
Oh, Infinite.
Supposedly that team is making Invincible.
You mean Maximilian? There's 6 people that did that remake.
No.
So let me see.
Yeah, the remake is
not,
good, but-
Not that remake.
So wait. So
official.
the developer is Quarter Up.
Yeah.
That they're the
Yeah.
ones that did.
I
Infinite?
believe, according to the person I saw on TikTok, because he was trying to make a joke on how, because it's not, he was talking about Tokun was not Marvel versus Capcom. It's not Marvel versus Capcom because it's made by them. But this one, if you look at it, I couldn't even go in a diatribe that he was talking about. I thought it was kind of weird.
This is an excerpt from the IGN write up of Invincible Versus. It says several members of the 40-plus person development team played a core role in the development of 2013's Killer Instinct, and you can feel that influence.
Killer Instinct.
Seeing Invincible Versus is one thing, but when I sat down to play it and speak with the members of the team, I knew I was among fellow sickos, and I mean that in the most complimentary way.
Okay.
So, I mean, that says
it was Killer Instinct, but it was another game that I couldn't tell you. Shouldn't even brought it up. Moving on.
No, the only reason I say fighters is because even the transition scenes when you kill somebody, they do the exact same thing that they do in Dragon Ball Fighters. They do the exact same, face off and then come back. So that's why, like I said, I think it's more Dragon Ball Fighters than any. And
it probably is. But that's my problem with fighting games nowadays. Everything's a versus game, and I think versus game had their place, but I don't want everything to taste like peanut butter.
I mean, I think there's enough variety out there that are not.
All right, yeah, okay. You got Jif peanut butter, you got Peter Pan peanut butter, you got Reese's Pieces peanut butter. Yeah, those peanut butters don't all taste the same, but it's fucking peanut butter.
It's Superman peanut butter, but that was a long time ago. I don't think they make that anymore. That was, that was just
to his point, and he's right about a lot of the games being ridiculously combo heavy and versus feeling and almost anime feeling. Street Fighter is actually in this most recent balance patch changed that a little bit, because one of the mechanics was the perfect parry, where basically you get that screen freeze if you parry an attack perfectly. They've changed how that works now. They actually turned it into you have to work for that, because that was always a big huge tide turn. Like if you got a perfect parry in the middle of somebody's trying to get a combo off on you, you could almost touch a death them. Now you got to work for it. You got to actually put motions in to make that get that exact same effect. Otherwise, it just becomes a just parry. So Street Fighter is the one that seems to constantly evolve and do stuff just to make it it's not so samey. Because the last 3 Mortal Kombats have all been ridiculously combo heavy, just combo fest. And Tekken is always Tekken. And then, like you said, a lot of the other games are just versus clones. So he's right about the peanut butter analogy.
Well, we'll definitely see what's going to happen when they come out, but I don't know if I'm going to be getting any of them, to tell you the truth.
So let me tell you. Well, the people were saying they couldn't hear you, GQ. So
can you hear me now?
Got levels big time.
The levels are there, so it seems like they should be able to hear. But here's the thing I was going to ask about. I think it was it about Invincible Versus, or was it about something else? I can't remember. Oh, GQ, was there any games that stuck out to you?
I didn't get to watch it, so I didn't
okay.
Really, I mean, like this, again, there's a couple of trailers. Let me see. Maybe I should still be in. All right, good. Honestly, there was only a couple of trailers. Resident Evil being a big one. The fighting game that felt that boxing, that was actually hilarious when you guys put that in the chat. I watched that earlier today.
Freaking funny, man.
I mean, I'm getting a lot of the stuff on day one, like Metal Gear Delta. I
still don't get that.
That's an insta buy.
So
and I don't know. And then obviously GTA 6, but that's next year. So
what about there's 2 games that I thought really caught my eye. And there were 2D games, the 2D Ninja Gaiden and the 2D Shinobi.
Yeah,
those 2 games, got to get them on day one. Those look incredible. I love that 2D platforming games.
You need to play the Messenger then.
Are coming they
really
on the come up, right?
Yeah, because there was a couple of them, I can't remember the name offhand. There was like a couple of I saw that looked pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was the name of it? It'll come to me later. But yeah, and also the one thing that I noticed, the Ninja Gaiden was co-op now, because they had the 2.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I know. You don't want to.
I mean, it's optional.
No, are any of these games like Shadow Complex?
Yeah. No. Well, I mean,
Shadow Complex is a Metroidvania.
Listen,
so no.
man. Listen, man. If
Shadow
there's
Complex
one game, where is my sequel? Why are we not getting it?
And that was 20 years ago.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something. If
Please.
you like Metroidvania games, I can give you a
I like Shadow Complex.
Shadow Complex is a very great game
that
is based off of the Metroidvania style of
and Metroidvania,
gameplay.
I'm assuming, is Metroid and Castlevania.
Because Symphony of Night, when that came out, they kind of
tactics.
King Takim is right. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evil's Chronicles. Give it to me, baby. I love it.
I'll give you a list after this show.
Thank you.
One thing, Prima, flipping it back, because I know we only got like 5 minutes left before the show ends. So Prim put in the chat that the popcorn buckets. You know how we love popcorn buckets. One of our more better performing videos of recent was GQ's Mission Impossible unboxing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the popcorn bucket for Superman is Crypto's dog bowl.
That's pretty cool.
Man.
That is pretty cool. Not as cool as that Galactus popcorn bucket, which is ringing in at a whoppping $80.
Because they've got
zero.
They got to recoup their money from the failure that was
I'm not buying
Captain
that.
America.
Wait a minute, whoa! Mr. Disposable Income is not buying a Galactus popcorn bucket?
Because here's the thing. Galactus is well known as a Fantastic Four villain, correct?
Yeah.
I'm not a Fantastic Four fan like that, man. Like it's not that important. And again, it looks. If I'm going to get anything Galactus, I'm going to find like a Galactus, like I don't know, Marvel Legends or something, like or a statue, like a popcorn bucket of his head. And I've seen pictures of it. It looks cool.
It's a big ass head and it lights up, man. Come on.
It's not $80 worth of light up.
He will not.
He will not do an
take
unboxing.
part in the Captain America failure recoup. He will not take part in it.
I am shocked.
I'm not.
I am shocked.
Because he's about the money.
This man is not going to give his all for the brand. We need a video of the Galactus unboxing.
Well,
he might cave though. You never know.
Right ahead.
Yeah.
He's
like, go right ahead.
Hold on. This is one game that I forgot to mention.
007?
Team brought it up.
Yes,
007.
Yes.
Day one purchase.
Absolutely.
That game looks so fun.
Yes.
Like the last time I had that much fun with a Bond game was Everything or Nothing.
Yes.
Everything or Nothing was one of the
greatest Bond games ever made.
Next to GoldenEye.
Yes.
So-
one of the greatest Bond games ever.
He does out, and I know you got the Hitman Absolution, the Hitman game.
Yeah, of course.
So
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
He's the new Mark.
Putting Lashif
yes,
in the Hitman Absolution.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, putting Lashif
that's cool.
voiced by Mads Mikkelsen.
Yes.
That's
cool.
That is cool.
Well done.
That is cool. So Marcus A64 says, so they was too good to make a Galactus cloud popcorn bucket.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole for
Oh
that.
man, this guy. That's funny. That's funny.
So which theater is supposed to have the Galactus bucket?
Oh
Is it
yes,
exclusive.
you got him. You
AMC.
got him. He's already turned it.
It's AMC.
He's already turned it.
I'm just curious.
He's
You know,
already turned
it's AMC.
Mm-hmm.
AMC's got it. AMC's got it. So
Yeah, the most I go for a popcorn bucket is $35.40.
I mean, yeah. When I saw $80, I was like, "Yo,
They got
well, it's
thought I
probably a
I
gigantic.
thought I misheard you.
friggin'
$80?
It'd be
I
funny
thought
as
it was a
shit if it's as
misprint.
big as this table.
When I saw it, I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
So
Hold on. Here's the thing, because if you notice that boom thing on the table,
yeah.
I got that. Was a popcorn bucket that was for Borderlands, and that originally was like a $40 bucket. I got that for $8
Oh yeah.
off of their website.
That's what I'm
so I
talking
guarantee you that Galactus was going to end up on their website.
So what he's saying is
Cheaper.
he's getting the bucket. He's not paying $85 for the bucket.
He's going to do a Daito. He's going to wait to get a good price.
hey man, you know them boys.
Great
So,
strategy.
you know them boys.
I mean,
Okay, you
85
know
bucks?
what?
Who knows?
You know what? That's fine. Maybe I'll get the Galactus.
No, wow.
Maybe I'll get it.
You should. You should.
Maybe I'll get it.
Yeah, you should. They got to recoup that money from somebody. It won't be me.
Listen. We done had this discussion numerous times.
It's a recoup.
It was not a failure.
It
Stop
was. It was.
It was not a failure. No,
By all metrics,
no, it was
failure.
No, it was
I'm
not.
telling
All right, y'all. So that was the
Ballerina.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo,
sorry. Sorry.
Well, actually, no.
Sorry.
We got a few minutes. 2 minutes. We could talk briefly about Ballerina because 3 out of the 5 of us have seen it. So we obviously there'll be no spoilers, but
Oh, she came in. She killed somebody. The movie ended. Spoiler alert!
wow. I mean,
You killed a whole bunch of people. Oh, you killed my doggy. You killed my mommy. You killed my.
What?
You took my necklace.
well, now you don't need to go see Ballerina. No, I kid. No, I kid. No, Sean and I went to go see it Sunday morning after the gym. It was a lot of fun. Ana de Armas as an action star is very believable. What I loved the most about it, and you tell me if it was different, is the fact that she wasn't portrayed as some woman who can overpower, male figures. She had to fight more with her wits and using props around her outside of just, the guns.
For sure.
To kill her marks. But she managed to do it, and she did it. She wasn't walking away clean from a
Until
lot of these. until she ran across the Baba Yaga. Oh man, when she ran across Baba Yaga,
Would that be considered a spoiler?
Why are you?
Oh no, that
here?
was in the trailer.
it was in the trailer. So if you had, like you said, you was about to say, if you had some worries about some kind of a heroin glow up,
Not. But no, definitely a good movie. A female John Wick movie. I'm sure there's some guy out there with an American flag and sunglasses and his avatar, and it'll say it's DEI Wick. But but it was like, I enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, we did. GQ, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. Again, it's very much like the Red Sparrow and then some of the other films that have come before it, even Salt to it to a lesser degree.
Yeah.
Ana de Armas has always been fun. This is the second time she's worked with Keanu Reeves. First time was on a movie called Knock Knock.
Terrible movie, by the way.
That movie was not terrible.
Them ratings was
No, you got to watch the movie.
Right.
You got to watch the movie.
She's amazing, as always.
You got to watch the movie.
Yes,
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
But
We say that.
back to the ballerina. It's one of those movies like as you're sitting there, you're like, and just the whole John Wick feel and vibe.
Yeah.
It's like, I would not mind being a contract killer.
Yeah.
I'm just being real.
What
like,
a world to be in,
I
right?
just gotta sit there like she got almost $1 billion. No, I'm sorry. She got almost she got $500,000 to kill somebody.
So
I'm sorry, $500 million.
no.
750.
So wait, are we talking about the one in the club, right?
Yeah.
That was $750,000. I said to this man in the theater, I said, she got gypped.
It's
$750,000
for a day's work.
Dude, she cleaned out the club.
It's a day's
she cleaned
work.
out a floor of the club.
It seemed like 2 floors that she cleaned up.
a day's work.
But she cleaned them out.
Exactly.
$750,000.
That's a day's
That's a
work.
couple $1 million job.
Yeah.
It's a day's work. Just like Al Green said, it's all in a day's work.
I'm very confused
That's
because
a day's
if I can
work.
make $750,000 in one day,
As a matter of fact, we'll say probably 30 minutes.
I'd be
That's
like-
30 minutes. I'm sure somewhere, if you do the math,
And you walking in there by yourself, $750,000. You think $750,000 is enough for you killing somebody, and you facing like at
Yes.
least the number of like maybe 30 or 40 assailants.
First off, it's a movie.
Movie logic. I don't care about that.
Second off, it's $750,000.
and as she was told in the same film, you can always walk through the door. It's a choice. 750, as they said, without question. I'm taking that money it's for 30 minutes of work.
Right.
And if you are who you think you are, that's easy money.
Right. 'Cause
And
with her level of training,
easy money.
with her level of training, she can walk in and take out probably 5 people before they even know what's happening. So
Yeah.
if you give me that level of training, the skill, the weaponry, and all of that, and tell me, hey, we're gonna pay you almost $1 million
Yeah.
for 30, maybe 40 minutes worth of work, and you just got to get in and get out on your own accord and get out clean. Guess what I'm about to be doing next weekend?
And if you don't do it, you don't know anyway. You just wake up and say, Tupac, what are you doing here? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, it's, easy 750.
All right.
Yes, go see both of them.
So,
Yeah, go see both,
so
bro.
100%. Do we think she's going to reappear in John Wick 5?
I mean, it depends on the box office. Because if it is a success as they have been with Keanu, then I don't see why not, because it is a success. But I don't know what the numbers are.
Oh, no. That one lost the numbers argument already. This past weekend, 25 million.
Ooh, so that might be it.
That's
brutal.
That might be
That's brutal.
That's not.
Yeah,
You already
so
know.
That's not good.
25 million on any movie that has that much backup
Yeah.
on it. That's not good.
and that's with him in it. Like, it wasn't like he was randomly there. He was in the movie.
He was in the movie. Yeah. That's that's rough. Oof.
Maybe
It's
should have
right.
came out before Trump got in there and shut it off and shut it all down. So yeah. So I'm surprised, but but you got what, Lilo and Stitch. I mean, there's a decent amount of, because what did we go see before that?
We went to see Karate Kid.
So yeah, so maybe it's the summertime.
that well.
Karate Kid did not do that well,
so yeah, I
and it
don't know.
deserved not to do that well. If I'm being honest, it deserved not doing that well.
Glad I stayed at home.
Yeah.
That
I think
was a
only
movie to
one
wait
other
on.
movie came out at the same time as Ballerina. And I don't think it was another big movie. It was just another. It was just another movie came out the same day.
So yeah, so that might be. They might have to let it go and just keep to the TV show now.
Well,
which the director Chaz Husky, he hates that shit.
I
Hates the
didn't think the show
Continental.
was bad, but
He hates it, bro. He thought it was a travesty.
well,
Hates it.
well
Talking about
then.
the Continental prequel, basically that they did.
Yeah, he hates it, bro.
I watched. There was 3 episodes, basically 3 almost mini movies. I honestly wish it was set more in the modern times,
For sure.
not going back to kind of Winston's origin, so to speak. Because I think that's what took a lot of people out of it. If you would have just put it in the modern times, it didn't have to show Keanu. You could have been in one of the Continentals around the world,
100%.
somewhere else. Because that whole world, to me, that whole underground. They built a awesome universe with that.
They
so
did.
Like, there was so much potential you could have done with a modern day Continental instead of let's go back to the beginning of the New York Continental. It's like
They could have They could have did a different Continental. If you think about it.
Can we get a John Wick in that set in that world like immediately, please?
I mean, but
It is.
we got James. I mean,
No, it's tailor made. I need
it would be like Dead to Rights.
Yes.
Dead to Rights
It would be,
mixed with a little Max Payne.
What was that one secret agent game that that they on PS3 that they made a big stink about, thinking it was going to be like revolutionary? This is probably what that was going to be. I forget what the name of the game is.
well,
But.
Dino Prem and I downloaded a game.
no, I tried to. I didn't
Oh,
get
you
it.
didn't get it? Oh.
Because they wanted $2 and I wanted it for 99 cents. And that guy over there got it for 99 cents.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it already, but it was basically the true, I guess you can call it the inspiration for that top-down sequence in Part 4.
Okay.
This entire game is that. So that's, to me, the closest you're going to get to a John Wick game.
That's where they got the inspiration from, even though Hotline Miami came out before that one.
This
Oh, no,
is
absolutely.
But that was where they got the inspiration for the.
He said that's the game.
We're gonna have to
there
do
it is, right?
This was the game. Alpha
Hong Kong Massacre. Yeah, that's
Alpha
it.
Protocol is the game.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It didn't do what it was supposed to do.
He got it for 99 cents.
Yeah.
And I went to the same website and it said, nah, fool, you got to pay $2. I said, nah.
I was there. That was the funniest.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? He pulled it up, 99 cents. I pulled it $2.
He literally pulled it up. Preem sent him the exact link. I was sitting
The
right next
exact
to him.
link.
The exact same link. And
They said, no, you pay $2.
What system is it for?
Oh, it's for the PlayStation Switch.
For the PS5.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
that's
PS4,
funny.
PS5, whatever.
That's funny. Wow, that's funny. Anyway, y'all, we had a great time entertaining you all for the last hour, hour and some change. Make sure you come back next week because we're gonna be talking about the growth of anime. I think some
We need to
recent
talk
reports
about some anime.
came out. Summer season is getting ready to drop. Some new stuff that's getting ready to come out, but also a very interesting report about the state of anime. In its fandom globally, worldwide, and just a hint for you, the numbers say that it is more popular than most sport leagues across the world, including the NFL.
I can believe that. Yeah.
The NBA is the only thing, and a couple of soccer leagues. Other than that, it is the most watched product on the planet. So
Anime,
anyway,
for
we'll come
sure.
back and we'll talk about that next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, right here on YouTube and Twitch. Culture Junkies Live from my friends, the great Adakuji GQ.
Go watch Predator, Mega Sean.
And
Go buy you one of
Simon
these.
Simon says, I'm sure we'll see you guys later. Peace out.